first reader is one of the founders of Litquake. We are all here tonight because of this man. He is the author of Kick the Balls, an offensive suburban odyssey, originally hailing from Glasgow, Scotland, but now making his home right here in Albany, California, Alan
If there's anyone from England here, you can leave now! In the pit with Piper, Roddy gets rowdy. And it includes colour photos. All the training in the world couldn't have prepared me for one memorable match in Fresno. Whenever I tell this story, people think I'm being funny. But to be honest with you, I didn't think it was funny then. And I still don't find it funny now. Roy Shears, a promoter on the San Francisco circuit, approached me about wrestling a bear. I can remember thinking to myself on the drive up to Fresno that I had never heard of this guy called the Bear. But I took the booking anyway. Well, the night arrives and I'm fashionably late as usual because I'm the star. Well, in reality, I'm not a star. There is no such thing. The only reason they call you a star is so they can butter you up and pay you less money. That's why you always avoid promoters. And so when I finally get to the arena in Fresno, I walk in the locker room and there it was. Standing on its hind legs, this huge, hairy creature with a bottle of wild turkey between its paws, and it's just guzzling that whiskey. The monster finishes the pint, smashes the bottle on the floor, and then the trainer gives him a Coke, and he dumps that into his mouth in one shot too, and lets the bottle go crashing to the floor. This is the first thing I see when I enter the dressing room. A fucking drunk bear! In the car over to the match, I'm thinking, I'm wrestling Bear Man. But now I'm face to face with this real live Kodiak bear. I'm informed that the bear's name is Victor. Like, I need to know its name. There were 15 wrestlers in the dressing room and one bear, and I need to know its name so I can identify him. And that he weighs about 650 pounds. The trainer came over to me and explained the rules of wrestling a bear. He told me that you don't want to hit the bear because he's got those huge paws and he'll swat you in the head and break your neck before you know what hit you. The good man also informed me that the bear's claws had been taken out and his front teeth were missing. But then he told me not to get my finger near the back of his mouth because he'd bite it off. Then the trainer told me how to lock up with the bear. He said that I've got to get up close to the beast, and once I'm close, the trainer will jab him in the ass with his stick. This will make the bear stand on its hind legs, and now it's my job to get up underneath him and get his paws on my shoulders and my hands on his shoulders. See, bears don't like to stand. So I have to move quick in order to keep him up on his hind legs. So, I'm considering my options. Here I have a drunk bear named Victor, who weighs more than 3 times my weight and wants to either bite off all my fingers or break my neck when I get in the ring with him. Just as I'm about to make my decision about whether or not to go through with this, my good friend Jay comes up to me and slaps me in the ass, like a football player does, and while laughing tells me to go get him, kid. I figure he's laughing because he knows how nervous I am to go wrestle this bear. So, I'm in the ring. The bell rings, and the trainer jabs the drunk bear in the ass with the stick. And I get up, and I lock up under the bear. To win a wrestling match, you've got to pin the guy's shoulders to the mat for a 3 count. When you lock up with a bear, you realise that a bear's not got any shoulders. So how the hell are you going to beat him? Bears are natural wrestlers. They know how to arm drag you and go behind you. This is exactly what the bear did to me. The next thing I know, I'm down in the mat with about 8 inches of bear snout up my ass. And for the life of me, I can't figure out why. The people are laughing hysterically. But I fail to see the humour in this situation. All those rules that the trainer told me went right out the window. I clawed, beat, scratched, bit, and everything I could think of to do. And still, I had a bear up my ass. The people are now laughing so hard, they're crying. And little do they know that this bear is killing me. I'm getting mauled here, and I really think I'm going to die. I give the high sign to the trainer and yell, "Get this motherfucker off of me!" I was fighting for my life. Well, before I go any further, let me tell you why the bear loved my bum so much. It all goes back to the slap on the ass from my good friend Jay. He was not showing support. He was actually putting a handful of honey on my tights, giving the bear reason to go after my sweet ass. The bear smelled the honey and he was having a feast on the sticky smorgasbord on my ass. He even got under my trunks and pulled them down. But when he ran out of honey, he wasn't too happy. All that bear wanted to do then was kill me. The trainer finally ended up in tranquilizing the beast, but it took a while for the drug to kick in. It takes about 2 minutes, which feels like 2 days, and in the meantime the bear continued to kick the shit out of me. I did everything I could to slow him down, but he just kept coming. Every time I turned around, I was getting slapped back by the bear. Then thankfully, the tranquilizer took effect, and the bear passed out. I didn't care that my trunks were down around my ankles. I was just glad to get out of there alive. But the fun didn't end there. As I was trying to pull my trunks up and get out of the ring, my foot caught on the ropes and I took a nosedive and went down headfirst right on the concrete. I'm now lying there with my shorts down and my ass exposed for all to see. Just another day in wrestling paradise. Thank you.